The lover is the archetype of play and of display, of healthy embodiment, of being in the world of sensuous pleasure, and in one's own body without shame. Thus, the lover is deeply sensual and sensually aware and sensitive to the physical world in all its splendor. The lover is related and connected to them all, drawn into them through his sensitivity. His sensitivity leads him to feel compassionately and empathetically united with them. For the man accessing the lover, all things are bound to each other in mysterious ways. He sees, as we say, the world in a grain of sand. The man under the influence of the lover wants to be touched and be touched. He wants to touch everything physically and emotionally, and he wants to be touched by everything. He recognizes no boundaries. He wants to live out the connectedness he feels with the world inside in the context of his powerful feelings, and outside in the context of his relationships with other people. Ultimately, he wants to experience the world of sensual experience in its totality. He has what is known as aesthetic consciousness. He experiences everything, no matter what it is, aesthetically. All of life is art to him and evokes subtly nuanced feelings. The nomads of the Kalahara are lovers. They are aesthetically attuned to everything in their environments. They see hundreds of colors in their desert world, subtle nuances of light and shadow, and shades of what to us are simply browns and tans. The lover energy arising as it does out of the Oedipal child is also a source of spirituality, especially of what we call mysticism. In the mystical tradition, which underlies and is present in all of the world's religions, the lover energy, through the mystics, intuits the ultimate oneness of all that is, and it actually seeks to experience that oneness in daily life while it still dwells in the mortal, finite man. The man profoundly in touch with his lover energy experiences his work and the people on their job with him through the aesthetic consciousness. He can read people like a book. He is often excruciatingly sensitive to their shifts in mood and can feel their hidden motives. This can be a very painful experience indeed. Kawende is in the building. I'm getting into, as you have heard briefly, the lover energy, the lover archetype of the masculine consciousness. If this is your first time looking at these videos, I've done a series on the root cause of the weak masculine here in the West. This is not an attack on masculinity or masculine energy. I am here to simply assist those men in transforming their consciousness, harmonizing the energies of the king energy, the warrior, the magician, the lover in their psyche, these archetypal energies that make the masculine principle whole. So I'm sharing information out of this book, King, Warrior, Magician, Lover by Robert Moore and Douglas Gillette. So I'm going to share some awesome tools that will assist the masculine or the male or men in transforming all levels of their masculine consciousness and ways they may connect with the inner feminine to reestablish wholeness within their being. So any artistic or creative endeavor in almost every profession, from farming to stockbroking, from house painting to computer software designing, is drawing upon the energies of the lover for creativity. So are connoisseurs, those men who really appreciate fine foods, wines, tobaccos, coins, primitive artifacts, and a host of other material objects. Some of the so-called buffs, stream train buffs, have a sensuous, even erotic affinity for these great, shining black phalluses. The car lover looking for just the right Corvette, the used car appraiser who delights in touching and smelling the cars, and looking for the beauty and the defects beneath the rust and the soiled interiors, the fan of a particular literary genre or rock group, All of these are accessing the lover, the connoisseur of rich coffees, of chocolates, the antique dealer who cherishes the mean vase, turning it over and over in his hands. The lover is expressing himself through all of them. The minister whose sermons are animated by images and stories, who is, as the Native American said, thinking with his heart instead of only with his head, is accessing the lover. The lover is singing through his sermons. All of us, when we stop doing and just let ourselves be and feel without pressure to perform, we stop to smell the roses or feeling the lover. However, there is a shadow aspect of the lover, the addicted and the impotent lover. A man living in either pole of the lover's shadow, like a man living in any shadow forms of the masculine energies, is possessed by the very energy that could be a source of life and well-being for him, if accessed appropriately. As long as he is possessed by the shadow lover, however, the energy works to his destruction and to the destruction of others around him. So a man possessed by the addicted lover is really a man possessed by the unconscious, his own personal unconscious and the collective unconscious. He is overwhelmed by it as if by the sea. One man dreamed repeatedly of running through the streets of Chicago, hiding behind skyscrapers from a huge, miles-high wave from Lake Michigan that was racing shoreward and threatening to inundate the Sears Tower. His sleep was disturbed every night, not only by this dream, but also by a flood of dreams. He had, as it turned out, insufficient boundaries between his conscious ego and the overpowering force of the unconscious. The fact that the unconscious appeared to him as a tidal wave from the lake is very much in keeping with the universal image of the unconscious as the chaotic deep of the Bible, as a primeval ocean of the ancient creative myths from which the masculine world of structure emerged. This oceanic chaos, the unconscious, is, as we have seen, the image of so many mythologies as feminine. It is mother, and it represents the baby boy's claustrophobic sense of merger with her. The tidal wave dreamer was, in reality, being threatened by the overwhelming force of his unresolved mother issues. What he needed to do was develop his masculine ego structures outside the feminine unconscious. He needed to go back to the hero stage of masculine development and slay the dragon of his unconnectedness with his mortal mother and with the mother, the God, the All-Mother Mighty. This is exactly what the addict prevent us from doing. It stands opposed to boundaries, but boundaries constructed with heroic effort and what a man possessed by the addict needs most. He doesn't need more oneness with all things. He's already got too much of that. What he needs is distance and detachment. We can see then that the shadow lover as addict is a carryover from childhood into adulthood of the absorption into the mother of the mama's boy. The man under the power of the addict is still within the mother. He is struggling to get out. This disconnection can reach serious proportions known as in psychology as dissociative phenomenon, a condition in which, among other things, the client may start speaking about himself in third person. Instead of saying, I feel this or that, he will say, so and so feels this. He may have a sense of himself as unreal. His life may seem like a movie that he is watching. These men are seriously and dangerously possessed by the impotent lover. But it isn't just a lack of vision that signifies the oppressive power of the impotent lover in a man's life. It is also the absence of erect and eager penis. The man's sex life has gone stale. He is sexually inactive. Such sexual inactivity may stem from any number of factors: boredom, lack of ecstasy with his mate, smothering anger about his relationship, tension and stress on the job, money worries, or the sense of being emasculated by the feminine or by the other men in his life. In conjunction with the impotent lover, this man is either regressed into a pre-sexual boy, or he is maintaining either the warrior or the magician, or a combination of the three. His sexual and sensual sensitivity has been overwhelmed by other concerns. As his sexual partner becomes more demanding, he withdraws even further into a passive pole of the lover's shadow. At this point, the opposite pole of the archetypal shadow may rescue him by propelling him into the addict's quest for the perfect satisfaction of his sexuality beyond the mundane world of his primary relationship. So, when you're accessing the lover, if we are appropriately accessing the lover, but keeping our ego structure strong, we feel related, connected, alive, enthusiastic, compassionate, empathetic, energized, and romantic about our lives and goals, our work, and our achievements. It is a lover, properly accessed, though gives us a sense of meaning. What we have been calling spirituality, it is the lover who is the source of our longings for a better world for ourselves and others. He is, he is also an idealist and a dreamer. He is the one who wants us to have an abundance of good things. The lover keeps the other masculine energies humane, loving, and related to each other and to the real life situations of human beings struggling in a difficult world. The king, the warrior, and the magician, as we have suggested, harmonize pretty well with each other. They do so because without the lover, they're all essentially detached from life. They need the lover to energize them, to humanize them, and to give them their ultimate purpose, love. They need the lover to keep them from becoming sadistic. The lover needs them as well. The lover, without boundaries in his chaos of feeling and sensuality, needs the king to define limits for him, to give him structure, to order his chaos so that it can be channeled creatively. Without limits, the lover turns negative and destructive. The lover needs the warrior in order to be able to act decisively, in order to detach with a clean cut of the sword from the web of immobilizing sensuality. The lover needs the warrior to destroy the golden temple which keeps him fixated, and the lover needs the magician to help him back off the ensnaring effect of his emotions in order to reflect, to get more objective perspective on things, to disconnect. Enough at least to see the big picture and to experience reality beneath the seeming. Tragically, the unrelenting attacks on our vitality and on our shining begin early in our lives. Many of us may have been so repressed the lover in us that it has become very hard for us to feel passionate about anything in our lives. The trouble with most of us is not that we feel too much passion, but that we do not feel our passion much at all. We don't feel our joy. We don't feel able to be alive and to live our lives the way we wanted to live them when we began. We may even think that feelings, in particular our feelings, are annoying and capricious and inappropriate for a man. But let us not surrender our lives. Let us find the spontaneity and joy of life inside of ourselves. Then not only will we live our lives more abundantly, we will enable others to live perhaps for the first time in their lives. So that is what the lover energy in the masculine psyche represents. So, sharing additional information here, the early kings of various cultures drew on all four of the mature masculine archetypal energies. Besides the evident manifestation of the king, the magician was present when the king invoked the powers of nature for the benefit of his people. The warrior enabled the king to enforce law and order within the realm and to defend and extend its boundaries. The king's sacred marriage to a primary queen and his taking of the harem. were performed as acts of sympathetic magic designed to draw down the procreative energies of the cosmic lover. I know that when I said the word harem, some of these dudes looking at these videos probably went bananas. See, I told you we got to have a harem, blah, blah, blah. Peep the word king. Those of high status, those that were wealthy, were primarily the ones with harem. They had the ability to take care of the women and children financially, emotionally, and also to protect them as well. So we don't have that dynamic in place for the most part in our time. And to be brutally honest, we are lacking. We are so out of balance with these archetypal energies of the divine masculine that it is just not going to work. In this day and age, it was too off balance and too much in a weakened state to pull out such a thing. You got to get your weight up. You got to get more harmony with yourself. You got to build your wealth, and then a harem makes more sense, in my opinion. By acknowledging his feminine side, a man raises his consciousness about complementary masculine structures and can be inspired to achieve fullness of being a man. And his sense of deeply grounded masculinity becomes more secure. He is free to claim his feminine qualities without fear of being overwhelmed by them. So this feminine energy, if those of you men who have been struggling with the feminine outside of yourself, this feminine energy on the inside is nothing like what you're used to dealing with on the outside. It's very nurturing, very healing, and really a source of your true creativity resides in the divine feminine that dwells within yourself. I've been working with feminine energies, feminine archetypes, goddesses for over 30 years, 35 years. So it's imperative that you reconnect with the feminine energy within yourself. His capacity for creative expression will multiply exponentially. His relationships with women in the outer world will likewise take a positive turn. Such a man, his masculinity reinforced by his inner feminine, can meet life with a centered sense of wholeness and compassion not often seen in our culture. This is because most men are cut off from their inner feminine. Once you reconnect with that inner feminine, you will become, this will assist you profoundly in becoming a whole being. You got to reconnect with the inner feminine. So these are, I create a lot of images. These goddesses, these images really come into my awareness. I actually created this image, but this is just giving you an idea of meditating upon the feminine here. Of course, women can use this too, but this project, these last 3 or 4 videos, is about helping the men to become more whole within themselves, harmonizing the 4 main masculine archetypes within the psyche. So these are images, divine feminine energies that will assist one in feeling the feminine energy within yourself. You need help with this, reach out. I work with these energies all the time, but this is just giving you an example of ways you can meditate upon maybe a feminine archetype that will assist you in really feeling and touching the feminine energies within yourself. This is one of the images that I created that will help you to get in touch with that divine feminine energy. Again, don't confuse your inner feminine with what you have experienced on the outside. If you have a traumatic experience growing up, let's say with your own mother or any feminine relatives or girlfriends or wives or whatever, that ain't got nothing to do with your inner feminine. Your inner feminine will help you to heal from those traumas, and also once you get on the path of becoming whole again, will also help protect you from those who will seek to feed on your newly awakened energy. Because there's a lot of people love to kick you when you're down, They love attacking you when you're down. So when you begin to awaken your light, they're coming for your light. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it is the same inner feminine energy that will protect you from these attacks no matter where they're coming from outside of you. The more you work with it, work that energy, the more you're going to feel more powerful, and you're going to feel more of a sense of protection, as well as your intuition will begin to get stronger, your clairvoyant abilities will get stronger the more you work with the inner feminine. And those who would seek to sabotage you, she will reveal to you these people via dream. She will show you what they're doing to you the more you connect with the feminine energy. And I'm going to provide a couple of symbols of power I worked with over the years that will help you to strengthen your intuitive ability. This is very critical. Your intuition will serve you in all areas of your life, not just dealing with the opposite sex, but in terms of business, work. You see the AI is taking over everything. So you're going to need that feminine energy to guide you towards the right moves to make. There's no way around it. So I shared this image on a couple of videos. I'm going to share it again because this energy of SOWULO, this is not an energy that you see online anywhere. This particular symbol of power came out of me. So this is the only place you're going to see this particular SOWULO energy anywhere. You won't even find it online. You're seeing it here first. Very potent energy that you can invoke to strengthen your willpower. And willpower also not just bulldogging your way through creating or manifesting or through life. You know, you're being distracted so easily is a product of willpower. You know what I'm saying? If you're easily distracted, you're going from one thing to the next. All the ratchet stuff on social media has your attention. That is also a product of willpower. So when you're invoking this energy of SOWULO here to strengthen your willpower, you can also ask and invoke this energy of SOWULO to strengthen your focus, to strengthen your concentration. It's solar energy, so it is nothing it can't accomplish. You're also going to work with SOWULO to harmonize the energies of the king, the warrior, the magician, the lover energy within your psyche. Whatever you put to the intent of this symbol, it is going to manifest within you. So you can work with this energy to assist you in overcoming obstacles, attracting more prosperity into your realm with this solar energy. The more you sit with it and work with it, the more you awaken it within your psyche, within your unconscious, and it begins to manifest in your outer reality. But you got to sit with it for a minute. You got to make time. Too many people talking about they ain't got time, but they spend hours on social media entertaining complete foolishness and nonsense for the most part. So you got to decide what is more important to you. Healing, transforming, evolving, or staying as you are. If you're ready to evolve and move forward and reclaim your masculinity and reconnect with the king energy, the magician energy, the warrior energy, the lover energy, this symbol of power, among others, will assist you in doing that. It's all about your attention. You put the attention to the energy, and it's going to begin to harmonize the masculine energies within your consciousness. It's going to assist you in empowering your willpower. It's going to assist you in overcoming obstacles, because all of this is in your mind. So this is a symbol of power that you can utilize to greatly enhance your consciousness, to strengthen your mental body. Healing of all sorts is done with this symbol of power. You can ask it to heal and remove any deep-seated traumas that you may have experienced. The more you work with it, the more you will feel lighter. You'll feel a clearing taking place. This is just one of the symbols of power that you can utilize for great healing. Again, if you need any additional assistance or help, just reach out and we can make that happen. But this is SOWULO. This is next level SOWULO. I've given a breakdown on several other videos I've done in this series. So asking the energy to, do what you need done, put it to this symbol of power. Harmonizing your masculine energy empowering your masculinity, healing on a deep level, healing your traumas, healing your deep-seated wounds. It can be used for prosperity, overcoming obstacles. It is just nothing. It helps to attune your consciousness. It helps to align your soul's energy, your aura, your nervous system with solar celestial energy. Very, very powerful energy here to work with. So if you need more additional ways or, of working with the similar power, just reach out and we will connect. This energy here, Manaz, what I've noticed, I work with rune energies a lot. Runes are very powerful cosmic forces of nature. If you're new to working with runes, if you've seen them, but you probably think they're bound to a particular culture, this is not true. Runic energies have been around for eons of time. They are cosmic forces of nature. They are often found in the Iceland tradition, Europe tradition, but they are found all over the world. They're found 14,000 years ago, Ethiopia. They're found here in the States. They're found in South America. They are cosmic forces of nature. When you read enough mythology, you'll learn that the Lord Odin won the runes. So if he had to win the runes, that means the runes was in play before he was even around. So runes are very ancient forces of nature that you can utilize for all types of healing. So with this particular runic energy, Manaz is a runic energy that helps you to, it's a rune of like completion. It helps to integrate your soul, your mind, your body, your emotions on all levels. It's a rune of integration. It's a rune that helps to awaken your Christos or your third eye, your pineal gland. This will help you to reconnect with your divinity, your divine self. The more you work with it for integration, I have a breakdown on how to work with this runic energy more effectively, but you call upon the energy of Manaz for integration, harmonizing your mind, your body, your spirit, your aura, your nervous system. It's a rune of harmony. Awesome, awesome energy here that helps to also increase your intuitive abilities. For those of you that are familiar with the runes, you'll see that it's made up of two Lagaz symbols. There's Lagaz here, here's Lagaz here, which is going to be the next runic energy of Lagaz, one of my favorite runes for enhancing intuitive abilities. So I'm going to give you a breakdown below the video on how the type of intentions you're going to put to this runic energy to assist you in your balance and harmonizing on all levels of your being. Most people don't teach how to harness the energy of the runic energies. They mostly teach you divinations and wear some type of pendant or whatever and paint them on your skin. But here we're going next level with it. We're teaching you how to harness the energy of the runes. And here we go here. One of my all-time favorite. Of course, all the runes have awesome powers and benefits. But this rune here in particular, Lagaz, and the way this is, these spears come to me via visions and in my dreams as how I'm going to construct them. So if you're highly sensitive to energy already, you can feel this energy really popping. It is very powerful in strengthening your intuitive abilities. It helps grant mastery over your emotions. It helps to enhance your telepathic powers, your spiritual perception. You put these intentions to this runic energy, it will greatly help you to enhance all levels of your intuitive abilities, connecting with that divine feminine energy of intuition, creativity. It enhances life force, especially in women. This is a similar power connected to the feminine energy. So, of course, women can also work with these runic energies. So, very, very powerful energy. Man, the first time I worked with it, I think I worked with it for 10 minutes. And then I felt words flowing into my brain some kind of way. Like, it was a weird feeling, but I heard somebody speaking to me in my mind, right? Just 10 minutes after working with this symbol. And then my text went off on my phone, and it was the text was exact words I heard being typed into my brain. Like I tapped into somebody sending me a message on my phone before they actually sent it. That was so awesome. But that was the first time I ever worked with this rune, and it wasn't even this strong as it is now. So you work with this 10 or 15 minutes, twice a day, you will feel your intuitive abilities really getting stronger. Oh my God, Lagaz. Chat the name of Lagaz. I'm going to have a breakdown of the intentions you are to put to this symbol of power, and you will feel your intuitive abilities getting stronger and stronger by the day. Again, it enhances your life force energy, especially in women. It helps with the art of lucid dreaming, mastering your dreams. Very, very powerful energy here. And here is a book, was written maybe a few months ago, but it contains very, very powerful symbols of power coming from very ancient beings that are beyond space and time. Some of them are billions of years old. And in this book, these symbols of power, you will, oh my God, this book will serve you for many, many years. All types of healing, clearing of deep-seated generational curses, connecting with solar energy. Oh my God, very, very powerful book here. For those that have the book already, your awakening and evolution speeds up dramatically because you're tapping into symbols of power coming from very, very ancient beings. None of them that you're going to be able to Google or chat GBT or whatever thing you got going on the internet, because these come out of me and my partner. So very, very powerful book for all types of deep healing, manifestation, protection from any type of demonic influences, any type of witchcraft that may come against you. The symbols in this book will help protect you from all types of negativity, will help you accelerate your wealth flow, and this is for anybody. So if you're interested in this book, this type of information is not going to hit Amazon or anything online, so it's in the PDF form right now. So any of you interested in this book, reach out. I'll give you more details on how to get it. It's a short book, but the energy, the symbols of power in this book will last you a very long time. Very long time, because the more you work with them, the more your awakening is more profound. Symbols of power that helps to draw your soul into your body. Think about that now. Symbols of power that helps to draw your soul into your body. Symbols that help in metamorphosis, meaning merging your ego consciousness with the consciousness of your divine self that's in this book. Symbols for personal power, symbol that unlock streams of information and consciousness from within your soul to permeate your conscious mind is in this book. Triple sun energy is in this book. Very, very awesome healing symbols are in this book. Very, very powerful book here. One of the strongest that you're going to find anywhere on the planet at this time. We'll go ahead and put it out there. So those of you that are interested in this book, give me a holler, give me more details. Hope you enjoyed this series. Again, this was not an attack on masculinity. I'm just here to help those men who are interested in healing from their childhood trauma, to transform all levels of their consciousness and to really raise themselves up to be more of a whole being. Return back to your king state. And again, as the spirit team wanted me to share this revelation with you, when we talk about that king's energy, too many people, men and women, give away their king and queen energy. What do I mean by that? Anytime you see, a teacher or some spiritual person, we automatically, even celebrities or whatever, we automatically give these people like a God presence over us. We give away our power to some teacher or some spiritual person or some athlete. We see them as, or the collective see them as superior to you, which is not true. You also have that same king and queen energy in yourself. So we often see whenever the leader of some group whether it's some type of spiritual tradition or whatever, when they pass away or they take a step down, the followers are left empty. They struggle to move forward. Teachers that have been off the scene for 20 years, their students are still there in that frequency. They haven't moved on because they've given away their king and queen energy to that particular teacher. One teacher just recently stepped to the side for whatever reasons, and the followers or the students struggle to move forward. They are still right there giving away their king and queen energy. And this is not the intent for most of the teachers. They all instruct the students to do your own research and forge your own path. But when you give away your king and queen energy, this is very challenging because now your god or goddess on earth is gone and now they're left scrambling. So with this work, this is not the case because in this work, in this book in particular, you begin to awaken your divinity beyond lip service. You are drawing your soul into your physical body. You're transforming your consciousness into reconnecting with your God self. You have the creator, obviously. You have the pantheons of gods, but guess what? You are also a deity in your own right. And this book helps you to reconnect with that power, your own divinity, but beyond lip service. So, very, very powerful book here. The symbols, I can't help but to stress, they hit very different in this book. So, again, for those of you who are interested, give me a holler. We'll get into more detail. Until next time, Kawende. Peace. By the way, this book is also written by Inyala. This is my put a different cover up here, but it's also by Kawende and Inyala. We cut together, got these images from out of us, constructed them, had to figure out what they meant, but very, very powerful book here. Until next time, peace.